Which I would really like to see the health bar, but I don't think it's possible to die on the first day.
Yeah.
Also, apparently we just kind of passed out when the mission was done. Nice to know the Reapers can't kill us while we're unconscious. I kinda wish this whole thing was voiced. That would have been really nice for them to add for Final Mix. Or an auto progression where it like automatically progresses each of the text boxes as fast as it's supposed to. Okay, what's the mission? Set the cursed sculpture free. You have 60 minutes, fail and face erasure. Okay. We're supposed to do something with the sculpture. Did we actually meet a Reaper? It looked like she kind of just yelled at us from somewhere hidden on top of a building. I didn't see anybody. It seemed more like he kind of passed out. Not so much fell asleep. Did not mean to do that. Why? He's still ignoring her. Why do you think that Hachiko is the cursed statue, Shiki?
Hey!
Poor Shiki, she found the most antisocial kid in Shibuya to partner with. There's a dude here. Once again, we hit a barrier. Oh boy, it's the creepy stalker again. Also, I don't know if this is always the same guy. We already know how to scan.
Open up your senses.
This might not honest, he does not appear to have any kind of thing we can scan. There's a reason for that. Also, I should probably stop saying that, or I'm going to be saying it like every 10 minutes. Yeah, Neku is actually a lot smarter than he lets on at times. So I think it's less that he seems like he'd be an idiot, and more that Neku just doesn't seem to have much in the way of people skills.
Calling. You hear the calling. Let me go, gravity. What's on my shoulder?
He literally just told you to scan for them, Shiki.
I feel a bit better. Let me know. Set me free. Let me go, gravity. What's on my shoulder? Little by little, I feel a bit better. Let me know. Set me free. Feel a bit older. Just once
Well,
more.
Neku seems to have embraced the idea of this game.
Once more.
But again, I guess killer graffiti bears tends to make you take things a bit more seriously.
Time for us to realize. Wake up, show appreciation. Wake up, time for us to realize. Wake up, show appreciation. Wake up, time for
I really love the enemy design in this game. My favorite is actually one of the ones we're not going to see for a while called I think it's called the Prog Fox. It's actually a fairly difficult noise, but it's really cool looking. But that's how all the noise work. That some part of their body is replaced with a piece of graffiti. Do we? Apparently we do. But there's something a little odd there, I noticed. We had two of those black and white skull pens. Why do we need two scanning pens? Maybe it was Shiki's. Also, what I said with Neku being a lot smarter than he seems. He's a really sharp kid. So what Neku said there is in fact correct. The idea of the game, as in the world of the game, is that only specific people can use specific pens. How do I actually get to my pen position? Only specific people can use specific pens, but the thing is, Neku can use basically every acquirable pen in the game.
Got a sec?
Did you tell me? Okay, no. I think Neku just automatically equipped the pens because I don't actually see anything I can interact with. So we'll come over here. If you hit scan,
Focus.
it doesn't just show you people you can read the minds of, it shows you the noise. Let's see if you can let me do this. No. So I mentioned that there was a thing where there was a time when the game would not heal you between battles. You can actually chain noise battles by clicking multiple ones in a row. If you do that, the noise becomes a bit harder, but your rewards become better. Yeah, we're gonna automatically just watch this. I already forgot what I wanted to do. Ah. I have to mix Neku's move with why is it not working so good? Okay, it looks like I have to click both the movement and the the pin button at the same time.
That was not.
For some reason, I can't hold down the psych button and then do it. I don't know if it told me that. I kind of just skimmed the information. Keep slashing. How could you keep slashing when you had to tap it? Oh, I think I understand. Anyways, yeah, the noise are right over here by him. So I actually hate these types of pens. It says some sight pins use obstacles as a weapon, slash across a sign or vehicle with a quick stroke to send it flying. These are, even on the DS, these are incredibly difficult to actually use correctly, and I hate these pens with a passion. You will never see me using any of these pens.
Watch yourself.
I'm trying to... I'm trying to do this, but... Yeah, the only way I can actually get these slash ones to work is if I tap and hold both buttons at once. Which is not exactly conductive to combos. I might have to look at the tutorial again because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing incorrectly. Because I am specifically holding down the psych button, but for some reason whenever I try to do the swipe, it does not actually work. But unfortunately, I don't have the menu to check the tutorial just yet. Tap a specific enemy to hit the lightning and tap an empty spot in front of the enemy to hit the bullet. Okay.
Watch yourself.
Ooh, the lightning is really good. Easy. I think I'm mostly gonna stick with the pens that require me to draw or tap, because those seem to be the easiest to actually do with these controls. Oh, there's all the noise. It's kind of sad because things like the psychokinesis pen can be really fun, but they're really difficult to actually use correctly, especially because... Well, you might have noticed that all of Neku's pins are active at once. You can't really prioritize a pin to use. Also, the walls are not visible, so how do you know it's gone, Shiki? Did you just try to walk into it again? Or we might be getting the explanation about the frequencies here. Or maybe not. I kind of hope they didn't change that part for this game, though they might have to fit with the new controls. I really prefer the original explanation that noise exists on 2 different frequencies.
Huh?
Oh yeah, just, for a little bit of extra information, you only find this out, I think, in the instruction manual, but Shiki fights using the telekinesis pin to control her cat doll, which is called Mr. Mew. And hey, she noticed it as well. Maybe we just got a spare? Maybe they thought Neku was would just like throw one of the pins away, so they gave him a second one. Considering Neku didn't really believe any of this was real, I could believe that. Though it's kind of odd that Shiki seems to understand what's going on and we don't have a clue. I appreciate Shiki trying really hard, even if her attempts at friendship is akin to basically trying to climb a sheer cliff face while it's wet. Oh, speaking of ouch, this is double ouch. That's it, I kind of found Shiki more rude to tell Neku to take off the headphones, but that might just be me. Can I have my, like, actual menu? Do I actually have it? I'm just... No, I don't see any way to, like, access my actual menu yet. Alright, let's just go. Oh, hello! There's a couple of familiar faces. For the, like, half a second they were on the screen.
Huh?
So meet my absolute favorite character in the game. This dude right here. Also, look how ripped this guy is. He's like 17. What? Ah, he thinks we're Reapers. Cheers to your ally, baby. You chose the left direction. Left your shadow, wanna cuddle with the sorrow. But how could I? Why should I? I will take part in our pretty decoration. Drink them all up with veracity, curiosity. Deadly drop is the dawn of positivity. Caution, the first crop, they taste so good. Maniac tracks on the floor tonight. Mixed up with the Zodiac maniac. Got a heart attack, the flatline, my lifeline. Heart is hard, it pumps steadily. This guy here, who this girl has helpfully named as Beat, is not the smartest tool in the shed, shall we say? That metaphor almost got away from me. I almost called him not the smartest tool in the crayon box. In fact, I think I messed up the metaphor in the first place. Beat's an idiot. That is the point I'm trying to get across. This dude is completely stupid. Which one? The one I said, or that he's not the smartest tool in the crayon box? So we got a pair called Beat and Rhyme here. That dude just kind of sulking in the corner looking like he wants to be anywhere but here, that's Neku. You've seen the foundation, holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. Is he still mad? No, he's just Neku. That's the best way to describe Neku I think I've ever heard. Yeah, Beat's thick-headed, but he's good people. He's going to actually give us our menu, so I love him even more than that, for that. Also, I kind of find it interesting that they're themed partners. They're all Scully.
You've seen its germination, stammering, hammering, delighted recognition. Uber world, the hubble bubble world. You should love this age.
Also, Beat is very street, as you probably picked up here.
Left your shadow wanna cuddle with the sorrow, but how could I? Why should I will take part in our pretty decoration. Drink 'em all up with veracity, curiosity. Deadly drop is the
Raya also looks a lot younger than we do, though I can't quite tell her age. Considering heights, you can't really tell heights very well with these portraits because everyone's kind of portraited the same. Okay. You saw it! I was desperately trying to open the phone menu.
holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. You want the right resolution, the right to get another portion. You know now is the time to get ready for detonation.
See, these guys are sweet.
Like a vortex, cortex, reality is full of immorality.
So let's ask about the pink-haired chick they saw. Is that a heel pin? I thought it was. But I don't remember. Also, wow, right with me. These guys just kind of talk similar. Also, we saw it when we first saw the two at the top, but Reapers tend to have what I've called iron grate wings, because they are wings that look like they're made out of like an iron wrought wings. Because their wings look like they're made out of an iron wrought fence, like the kind you'd find around a Victorian manor. Yeah, I guess it's fair to call somebody a cow if they've attempted to kill you. Also, I love the fact that these three are just talking and Neku's just like sulking in a corner. Let's ask what the Reaper's name first. Now this is more context than we had earlier.
You've seen its germination, stammering, hammering, delighted recognition. Uber world, the hubble bubble world. You should love to say cheers to your ally, baby. You chose the left direction.
Interesting. I don't think that's the case, Beat. But you guys can probably guess what happened, because it's kind of blatantly obvious. And Rhyme here just basically pointed it out for us. Pretty much, yeah. For in the missions, just one set of players has to actually pass the mission, and then all the players pass the mission. I think the Reapers can put a condition to where players all have to finish it, but I don't remember if that happens. I do think it is just if one player passes, all players pass. Why does everybody think this is Hachiko? Is like Hachiko the only statue in Shibuya? This is not a sarcastic question. I'm genuinely confused. I've never been to Japan. I guess that makes sense to think of that in that case. I'd probably think of that first as well. Also, I said it before, but can I really just say I love how much they've smoothed out the art for this? It looks so good. Also, Rhyme is spelling out another thing. There will be invisible walls all over Shibuya, but if there's a Reaper in red by the wall, you can actually break the wall. If there's no Reaper nearby, you can't break the wall. It's an interesting way of like keeping the characters in one section, but I don't mind it too much considering it has an actual reason. Also, Rhyme is absolutely adorable, and she's another of my favorite characters. I like basically every character in this game. I think there's only like 2 or 3 characters I don't like in this game. It's more that I don't like them because they're villains, and I don't like their character. There is one character that I find absolutely hilarious, but I don't know if we're going to meet him anytime soon.
Huh?
I work alone, the kid says when he has been told no less than 4 times at this point that you have to be together to kill the noise. Like, Neku, I get it, you don't want to be around her, but you literally know this is about survival. You were attacked, and they've told you. Also, I'm not actually progressing some of these. Neku's actually interrupting her himself. Also, yeah, I don't think Beat ever calls anybody but Ryan by name. Everyone else gets like a silly little nickname. Oh, poor Rhyme.
You've seen this foundation, holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. You want the right resolution.
So I will point out a little bit of interesting... A little something interesting. Neku and Shiki both had full names. They were both Japanese. But these two are just Beat and Rhyme. I don't think he cares, Shiki.
You've seen its germination, stammering, hammering, delighted recognition. Cheers to your ally, baby. You chose the left direction. Left your shadow, wanna cuddle with the sorrow. But how could I? Why should I will take part in our pretty decoration. Drink them all up with veracity, curiosity. Deadly drop is the dawn of positivity. Caution, the first crop that tastes so good. Maniac tracks on the floor tonight. Mixed up.
I always just assumed that that was that's one of the breaks from reality that they do. Like giving you fast travel in games, so that the players, for the sake of the players, not so much the sake of the characters.
You've seen its foundation, holding up a ragged nation.
So Shiki looks at her phone a lot, I notice.
What it's like and how it
Yeah, that's a cure pin.
you want the right
We have the main menu!
right to get another
Rejoice!
you know
Only an hour into the game and we have a main menu.
rise up like a vortex, cortex. Reality is full of immorality. Retreaters is here, the diffusers, it can cross that's
I actually don't mind too much because the game was auto-saving the whole time, so... We can now finally access the phone. So, let me try to explain what I can here and pardon the jerkiness of the thing. So over here we have the brand chart. Everything in the game, and I do mean everything in the game, has a brand attached to it. This brand chart determines what each of those items do, or rather, in this case, the pens. So if you use any most gratis pens, the attack will be doubled. Natural Puppy gets 50%, Wild Boar gets 20%, but if you use any D plus B pens, the attack gets halved. Over here is the map, obviously. Also, I will say this actually can change depending on what you do, but I don't remember the details of it just yet. So you see we've got a bunch of different things that are not quite locked. You notice that we have Shiki's name up here, day 2. Another thing will be explained later. We've got items, pens, and deeds. Items we can't do too much with right now, but these are basically things we can look at. Most of them aren't too important, But this is more important. So you notice up here, there's a spot here that says food, and then there's 4 empty slots here. Well, you can actually feed your characters, and when they finish, I think it's called, they just call it digesting the food, they gain a permanent stat buff. And I mean a permanent stat buff. And there's no caps to these stat buffs except the global cap across all stats. Which might be different per character, but I don't remember. These 4 slots here are actually for equipment. We can buy what's known as threads, which are clothing, and equip them to people in order to modify their stats, give them some kind of like secondary skills. The BRV you see down here is called bravery. Certain clothes require certain levels of bravery to wear. Like, for instance, you can in fact put Neku in a Lolita dress if you want, but that requires him to have a high bravery to actually wear that. By clicking here we can switch to Shiki, and you see Shiki already has a ton of bravery. This is mostly because the high bravery threads This is mostly because the high bravery threads tend to be either very powerful or female related. So Shiki starts out with an extremely high bravery stat, so you can equip most anything she needs. There's nothing we can do about this right now, unfortunately, at the moment. You can see down here with the items, we can actually look different items, food, accessories, things like that. So pins, as Rhymes so helpfully told us, is where we put our attack pins. And I'm going to go with these 2, because those are the ones that I like the most. You can see their level up, their class, how long it lasts before they reboot, what their brand is, all kinds of things here. And you can see that this and this are both unbranded, so they will never they'll never suffer any kind of damage debuff, but they'll never get any buff either. Also, you can change to 4 different decks if you want to set up Neku with different loadouts for different things. So we're supposed to have a... Oh, you can see information about the pins here too if you check that. Also note this, the pin will not evolve. Certain pins will evolve under certain situations. Which I think for most of them is just, evolve, like, level up high enough. Also, 10 pin is a little minigame we'll get into later. Master over here includes the stuff that you need for trading, and the yen pins. And the yen pins are not good for anything but selling. And you just pop them in the trash can to sell them. You can pop any pin in the trash can to sell it, but that's literally the only reason the 500 the yen pins exist. Then you have this, which it's just kind of a summary thing. Also notice that she has a little playtime thing. Again, that'll make sense in a little bit. Oh. Also, you see we have difficulty modes. Unfortunately, we only have the one difficulty mode right now. But you can unlock multiple different difficulty levels. The higher your difficulty, the harder the noise are, obviously, but the better the drops you get. And this game is a game where you kind of want to farm drops to get threads and specific pins. The best way to do that is this down here. So notice it says LVG, and then we have level and HP here. Well, when you actually level up past 1, you can use this scale to tune your level down. The lower your level is, compared to what your actual max level is, the better the rewards you get as well, but of course this also drops your stats as well. In general, the best way to farm for things is to turn the difficulty to hard, turn your level down to 1, and then just chain noise to kill them. This is very dangerous unless you pump everybody full of food, which gets them tons and tons of stat bonuses, which I will be doing off screen. There's a slight problem with that, but I'll show that up when we actually get some food. So Neku has his pens, which is what's important. Also, anytime there's people around, you can hit this to scan their thoughts. Very few of the thoughts actually matter, but they're kind of interesting to read sometimes. Ah, thank you, Mav. Yeah, what is wrong with you, dude? Let me actually check the settings. BMG. Oh. I don't know why that brought this back up, but... So it doesn't look like there's any way to like actually change the sound. That's a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and stick with the remix for music. You can hear the original whenever I do the DS version. What are you thinking? Okay. Well, there's a Moai statue here, which is good to know for later, I guess. And this is another wall, because there's a Reaper here. Yep, I felt like Shiki was gonna walk face first into that. Ah, thank you, Mav. Basically, as I pointed out, the best way to farm pins is to raise your difficulty as high as you can and put your level as low as you can. That's not really going to be something I'm going to be doing anytime soon. Because you don't really need to do it first part of the game. Especially because you don't have a lot of room to move in the first part of the game. Why is there a... Yeah, why is there a Moai in the middle of Shibuya? Why is it Moyai instead of Moai? I don't understand anything that is happening here. So apparently I got a little ahead of myself. Yeah, okay, here we go. Now we will actually have the HP gauge. And this game is very nice, and you can just hit continue if you need to, and it'll dump you right outside of whatever fight you died in. Alright, this must be what the other Joy-Con is for, if somebody wants to control the partner. When I get into a random noise fight, I will actually test Shiki and see how she plays. Speaking of random noise fight, alright. There's a lot of noise here.
Oh!
Also, as Mav helpfully pointed out, orange noise are the current objective, red noise are just kind of loose noise. There's other colors, but it doesn't really matter right now. Okay, co-op. Let's give this a shot. This is gonna be interesting to do one person. But I just kinda wanna see how this would work. So let's test it on a random noise first.
Watch yourself.
There's a button for Shiki. Oh, yeah, I'm not certain how I'm controlling Shiki here.
Here it comes.
As you can see the HP bar right there.
That was nothing.
Okay, that! That is interesting. Let's fix this. I get why this is local only, but this seems like it'd be really fun if you could somehow do this online. Alright, co-op turned off. Let's get to work. It actually tends to be a good idea to erase every noise that you can find. Think of it like hitting every random encounter, or not running away from random encounters in a,
You're good as gone.
in an RPG.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
As you can tell, the wolf is a little hard to hit.
Comes.
Also, sync is a little difficult with the lightning pen. Where'd it go?
Here it comes. How's that?
Okay.
Easy.
Problem is, there's actually no comfortable way for me to hold this controller where I can hit all of the buttons. Okay, let's just go ahead and oops. Just go ahead and erase the things we're supposed to erase. I can grind up off screen.
This won't be hard. Here it comes.
Might actually switch back to the pyrokinesis pen to try to make chaining with Shiki a bit
Here it
easier.
comes. Again.
Yeah, you can see that my lightning is kind of overriding Shiki. Stop it!
Here it comes.
Unfortunately, Neku has the mage problem where if you're channeling a pen, he can't move.
Here it comes. We did it!
I am flailing horribly at this! I miss actually having a stylus on a touchscreen. Let's try something in the pyrokinesis so that I can try to chain with Shiki better. So you can see here I can actually turn my level down and it shows the drop rate up there. Level, as far as I can tell, only really affects the drop rate and your health.
You're good as gone.
Here it comes. Yeah.
I really don't like the wolves because they're very difficult to actually hit.
Again.
too bad though. Starting to get the hang of it. I have to admit, I'm kind of appreciative of the Reapers for making this very tutorial-y for the first few days. Well, check your hand. Okay, clock's still going, so it probably is Hachiko. We spent like 20 minutes talking to Beat and Rhyme, apparently. Neko, don't you live here? Wouldn't you know what that statue is? Yeah, that seems a little weird. Well, that's true. It's possible he doesn't live here and was just visiting Shibuya, but Shiki kind of has a point. If you live in Japan at all, wouldn't you know the story of Hachiko? Neko's a weirdo. Ah, excellent. We don't really have a pin I want to put there yet. Actually, I want to put the healing pin there. Yeah, stickers are just basically character upgrades. As it points, you kind of want to pick them up because as far as I'm aware, there's no bad sticker. Alright, let's go. I guess that I think we found Gonta's dad. He doesn't even fit on the screen. What? Did that look like 6? Maybe Shiki, like, lifted something from his ingredient. I almost said closet. Cabinet. I'm actually really curious when you see him, like, in full shot, how much you think he looks like 6. Because I can't remember what 6 looks like. I do not see any noise. Wow, lady. What is this? Well, I don't know. I'm assuming they were attempting to mimic an accent and text there. Also, you see what I mean when I say that there's not really much of a point to scanning, to like actually checking what people are thinking. Most of it's just kind of amusing little flavor text. Yeah, kind of justified to scream at him at this point, Shiki. I have never. I've never. It's not that I've never seen the statue, but I wouldn't know how to figure out what's wrong with the statue. It looks fairly normal to me.
What's on my shoulder?
Though maybe lacking eyes, but I don't know if the actual statue has eyes.
Let me know, set me free. Let me go gravity, what's on my shoulder? Little by little, I feel a bit better. Let me know, set me free, feel a bit.
Where's this thing you keep talking about? So why didn't it show me the statue again when I asked about that?
Leave your hesitation. Wake up, time for us to realize.
That sounds like a very short festival.
Show appreciation. Wake up, time for us to realize. Wake up, show appreciation. Wake up, time for us to realize.
Neku?
Wake up, leave your hesitation. Wake up, time for us to realize.
I guess take a better look at the statue? Hang on. Can I not inspect the very blatantly, like, blue spot there? Click on anything, so I guess it is just taking a look. Like, I specifically saw that blue spot. Also, I find it kind of rude that it doesn't show the spot on the picture. You're right, something might have changed now that we've actually seen the spot on the dog. Somebody over here? Don't mind me, I'm just skimming through everybody's, Hey, what was it? Sangha bracelet. Anybody over here? Okay, so scanning is definitely not the answer here, and there's a wall we can't get past. Let's try going back. Yeah, that's my thought. Oh, hello! So who is this guy even talking to? Is he talking to the statue?
Calling. You hear the calling. Let me go, gravity. What's on my shoulder? Little by little, I feel a bit better.
Also, I've noticed that basically nobody has taken a second look at us so far.
Gravity, what's on my shoulder? Little by little, I feel a bit better. Let me know, set me free, feel a bit older.
Maybe that's just kind of how Shibuya works. If there's a ton of people,
Once more,
you probably don't take much notice of anybody else.
leave your hesitation. Wake up, time for us to
There's like a huge, awkward blue spot. Yeah, thank you, Shiki. Neku, you're supposed to be smart. Why did you not point out the blue spot? Alright, back to Hachiko to polish him, I guess. Shiki, you got like a rag on you? I don't think Neku carries those around. I get it's a dog statue. Neku, I don't think anybody is gonna like bat twice. Like nobody's gonna really look at the if you're touching Hachiko. I feel. Uh-oh. I think I understand what the problem is. Well, that's not Hachiko.
We can do this, Neku! Here it comes! Yeah! Go! There! Here it comes! Neku! Neku! Talk about seamless!
So apparently that was Hachiko's curse. He was actually possessed by a noise. I got rank A, but I only got one. Like 100 yen? What a ripoff. So, Neku now has higher defense whenever he's paired with Shiki. Sounds good. Also, yeah, I really like the like I said, I like the noise designs a lot. The wolves especially are cool though, you're right. So one thing I do want to address, and this is not anything that we know for sure, but there's something that makes people think that Neku had a friend when he was younger that actually died while he was waiting for Neku to show up somewhere. So it's pretty heavily implied that all this antisocialness he has is because he feels an overwhelming amount of guilt that he got his friend killed. It's never been directly stated if that's actually the case or not. But like I said, there is some evidence to make people believe that is in fact what happened with Neku. Also, hey, it's that lady we saw from before. And her wings are actually really difficult to see, but they do look like a wrought iron fence. Why do we owe you a bowl of ramen? Did she lose the bet with her friend? Also, it's not even her shorts that bother me so much as the weird boob pockets in her shirt. So here is our first boss fight. Well,
Watch yourself.
not necessarily boss fight.
Here it comes!
I'm a little more interested in making sure these really can't kill me than I am getting the sync up. So you saw their the thing about Neku's dash making him invincible. You don't see it's very actually difficult to try to dash.
Here it comes!
Now I can do a porcupine a bit easier.
Here it comes. How's that? Yeah. Go.
And boss fights die spectacularly.
Talk about seamless.
That's how it's done.
Oh wow, I actually got the max rank on that. I didn't expect that. Increase Shiki's attack. Yeah, if Neku's starting to get low on health, feel free to tell me because it's not where I'm used to looking for the health bar. Ooh, that's a really good pin. And another Scarletite. You want to hoard these gems, trust me. I'm not so much trying to like get the sync up if it's at 100. I'm still trying to practice keeping the sync high. It doesn't do anything right now, I don't think. But it's good to make really good habits. They're also, as you can probably pick up, for the most part, kind of mindless. Also, calling her a brat, Neku, I'm fairly certain she's older than you. Also, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of rule that Reapers can't freely attack players. Yeah. I think if they did that, then there just would never be any players because they would all die. That's probably why they have to use noise. Somehow I don't believe you. Right, thank you, Mav. I don't mind most of her outfit because it's very clearly based on style. Like I said, I just don't like the whatever is going on with her breasts there. That does not look correct in any fashion, even with the corset. I do agree with the, it doesn't look like it matches, though. I like the look of her partner much better. I think this is one of the few characters in the game that I'm not overly fond of. I like her personality, but she's just weird looking. Are you seriously buying this, Neku?
Huh?
Okay, to be fair, you are looking very suspicious right now, Shiki. Though I mostly don't believe this because the Reapers are literally our enemies. She literally tried to kill us. Why would we believe her? Also, I don't know what's going on with this song. This is one of the new songs, I guess.
Please, don't kill me.
Was that the original? Because I don't remember that song. And the chapter ends with Neku throttling Shiki with psychokinesis.